Good morning, traders. Welcome to another Bitcoin and cryptocurrency morning update. And let's have a look at the Bitcoin chart. So Bitcoin again yesterday had another move down, filled all of the single prints, and we've come down onto this daily level and our 382 from this low here to this high here. What we also have, if we take the start of the impulse and take it up to the top, is we've dipped a little bit into our golden pocket here, which is quite nice as well. So nice support where Bitcoin is at the moment. If this can hold and we do get a bounce here, then I do think it could be quite a quite a significant bounce that takes us higher. So we'll wait and see. I think after this failed to hit the failed to hold this weekly level here, it came back into this daily, this range value area high, and we're just really now trying to find where the main support for this is. So this was one of three big areas that I had on my chart, kind of once we came back into this range value area high and couldn't get back out of value area again. We're obviously looking down towards the point of control, the value area low, and anywhere else in between. So this is one of those little in-between zones with really good confidence on it. So we do have this daily level, which was formed back here. So this is just at this stage, a very simple back test of the daily after we had this move up, which if it holds is very, very bullish. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens on kind of throughout the rest of the day, but if this does bounce, then it could lead to a bullish weekend. However, there is targets to the downside to still be aware of. So at the moment we are, this weekly is going to be big resistance. So if we go down onto a lower time frame here, you can see how it was holding as support down here. So we did have that touch of the weekly level, and it's not yet really come in to back test it. So what we could do is a swing failure pattern of these highs and then lower. So there is the potential of that. So yeah, could be something. I know we have this wick here, but you could almost say like this is the high from that initial bounce thing, and something similar. So we could see a move up eventually. That would fail, and then we're looking at lower targets. Or if we can reclaim this, then it does look good for higher prices over the weekend. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. So the areas lower down, just in case this does fail, if it does get a back test, it might not even get that. We might just roll over. You never quite know. But we have the range point of control here coming in at 36,835. So let me just, because this is a new day, let me just check these value areas just very quickly and see what we have. So yeah, the point of control is the same. Value area high and value area low is the same. Cool. Okay, so that's that makes it very easy. None of this has moved. So that does make it nice and simple today. So yeah, 36,835 is your big range point of control. And after getting stuck back in value area, that has to be one target. So if we do take this low here, then this would be the next opportunity for a trade, like a counter trend, or well, at least short-term trade back to the upside. Again, if we do lose that and confirm it as resistance, then we have to be looking lower again. So at this stage, if the range point of control is lost, then I'll be looking down to the range value area low, which is coming in around $34,800. We also have our kind of more global golden pocket here and this weekly level. So again, this would be extremely important support at this stage if we do come down that far. I wouldn't really want to see us dropping any lower than this. Otherwise we're down to 32 and lower again. So things start to get very bearish if we do lose this level. This is like basically last defense for me. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. But overall, I think it's looking fairly all right. the price action, it's not looking too bad at all. So you can see how we've had that change from what it was doing previously was these like slow run ups and then really quick sell off, slow run up, quick sell off, slow run up, quick sell off. We've kind of flipped that over now. So we've had a really fast move up, and yeah, you have a small move down, but a fast move up, and then it's just a slow bleed. So it does seem to be a lot more bullish than this move up that we did have previously. I do like the volume that we're getting on these moves higher, and I do like how it is, yeah, just finding this support on really nice technical levels. So it's just each one of these is giving you a bounce, so they're very low risk. Like, mark out that weekly, it's very low risk, and you know that you've got to be taking profit when you come into the next resistance. And yeah, it's just really a case of just, yeah, confirming, getting more confidence for these trades, and eventually if this is to break to the upside, then one of these will change the market structure on this 4-hour chart, and we'd be looking at higher prices. So I do think a long here is a pretty good long to take. So for myself personally, in this trade off of the daily and the 382, I'm happy to take this down towards the range point of control, and at this stage probably to the bottom of the single prints. And really I'm looking at 42k for this. So the idea here is happy to scale in. So this is a long that I do have from these lows, so buying these lows around 32k, and this is compound stuff at the moment. So I did add a bit on this weekly, and then again just take a bit of profit down here, and then I'm adding a bit more on here, and if we do get a bounce, a reasonable bounce off of this, then again taking profit on it. So yeah, it's just that is kind of my plan at the moment. I'm not in a short position at the moment. I'm not too interested in shorts. I do think that, yeah, everything's looking kind of okay right now, and the market is very, yeah, people are still pretty bearish and still expecting a lot lower. So I'm happy to take the other side of that and be looking for trades higher. So yeah, that is that. Is there anything else on the Bitcoin chart I do want to cover? I think I want to show everyone quickly, if we do, I've had to have a really high tick size on this. Oh, an exo scrolling thing is always weird. So there are levels to the downside to be aware of. We did come through and fill all of these single prints, so we did get that bounce in the middle of them. Ultimately, of course, with that failing, you're then moving down here. I need to reload this. This doesn't look right. No, it is. It is right. Cool. So, I'll cover that in just a second. So yeah, we do have this second area of single prints below, but I'm not too bothered about this because it is all within this range here. So single prints within a range are okay. There was a breakout of the range, and at this stage this is kind of the breakout area, whereas all of this is just still within it. So happy enough for those not to fill. They don't need to. And yeah, it's just been a really nice move down. There was a lot of confluence here, as I say, with it being the daily level, with it being the 382, and also with it being the value area high of this breakout day that we had here. So I also think if we do merge these back, then we almost came into the point of control of this little range that we had before. So yeah, that's quite nice as well. So the other thing we do have today is the potential for an 80% setup. So we do have a bullish 80% setup in play today. So this being if we can get back inside yesterday's value area. So that would be 38,200. If we can get acceptance back inside there, then we're looking at this stage for 39,500 as a target to the upside. So that's yeah, a really nice a really nice trade that we could take today as well. So we do have that 80% setup in play. Basically, this value area low is the weekly. So again, confluence with that. So if we can reclaim the weekly, then we are looking all the way back up here at 39,500, which again gives us confluence at the range value area high. So the whole range value area high. So we do have this really nice opportunity here to get into a good long position with confluence on that. So this would then be the trade up to the value area high. And again, you just have to kind of see what invalidation you can get once it gets there, if we do get this trade. So yeah, that is a setup for today, and that would set things up really nicely for the weekend. Yeah, if we can get this bullish end to a Friday, have price moving up here, then really at this stage, if we can get out of here and just continue on, then I would be looking for moves up to 42k after that. Yeah, so that is everything on Bitcoin. Yeah, it's all been very range bound. We do have the naked point of control on the daily coming in at 38,775. So there is that to be aware of. 38,775. So we're somewhere in the middle. Possibly where our previous day point of control is. Yep, 38,700 is the previous day point of control. So again, we've got confluence on all of these previous day levels right now. So definitely need to be aware of those. And then on the footprint, what I do like is the volume that we're getting down at these lows, and I do like the form, like the pattern that is being formed here. So we do have this like trident pattern that I do like on Bitcoin. So we do have the move down, we take the stops, we come back up, we go back into our reference area, which is this daily, and at that point we haven't changed market structure yet. So this isn't like the perfect setup. You would be wanting something like this to give you like super confidence, but at this point it's yeah, we have this setup in play today as well. So yeah, long off of the daily was really easy. And if we do get back above here, then that gives you an opportunity to compound that or to take a new position if you want to. Obviously, shorts can be taken up here if we do get them. But you'd have to have a pretty close invalidation off of that. Cool. Let's have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum did break down out of this descending triangle thing. But at this stage, it looks like that could be a fake out and we might end up back inside, which would be pretty bullish. We can also just now, if this was a descending triangle or whatever, then I guess we've now got a wedge, and maybe we've broken out of that wedge. So again, patterns are not the best, but Ethereum looking quite good here. Good divergences at the lows. Yep, good divergences at the lows here, and this not quite the same on the US dollar chart. Yeah, we do have. Did this take the low as well on here? So we've got this hidden bullish divergence on Bitcoin, and we do have this divergence on the ETH BTC pair. Litecoin as well. Actually, Litecoin, this does look to be slowing down, and we do seem to be getting some momentum here. So actually, things are looking pretty bouncy. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Link's probably a bit further ahead. It did have its bounce the other day, and it still can't quite get its head above this trend line that we do have coming down here. So at this stage, I do think on Link, We have come into the local golden pocket there. If we take it from the impulse, we definitely have. And on Link, everything's on log scale. But again, if we take it onto linear and do the more local stuff, it's just because Link I'm trading from a macro and the log scale works really well on this. But yeah, this could quite easily break out of here, and then we're looking for higher on Link as well. So yeah, at the moment, a lot of charts looking really good. Bitcoin dominance is at resistance. So we do have the golden pocket resistance here on Bitcoin dominance, so we could see this start to roll over. So a bullish weekend for the alts, especially because people think alts are really dead right now, which they are. But yeah, they certainly have the opportunity here to get a bit of life back into them over the weekend. Yeah, anything moving today? Yeah. Small moves. So alts are dead at the moment. They are like yeah, kind of very, very flat, but a lot of them have a really good opportunity here, like Cardano holding this weekly so nicely. The more I'm looking at these charts, the better they look kind of collectively. There's a lot of really nice stuff going on a lot of the altcoins, and on Bitcoin. So yeah, I think that's everything. I do say, yeah, a lot depends on what Bitcoin does. If we do get back above 38,200, then I am pretty bullish for the rest of the day, which would then make me pretty bullish for the weekend as well. Yeah, that's the same for Bitcoin and for alts. Obviously, if we do reject at this weekly, then I think all of the constructive stuff that the alts are doing will probably go out the window a little bit, and we're then looking at moves down to the range point of control, and possibly with it being a weekend, if this at this stage fails, I think probably the more likely thing is we lose that and come down here. So I very much am thinking of these as being the two possibilities on the charts right now. So yeah, that is everything for today. One other thing I do want to share. So everyone was getting pretty bearish yesterday because the dollar was pumping. But Bitcoin wasn't really too badly affected. It had a very small move down, as opposed to like DXY, which had a big move up. But DXY again at resistance. So it is into this golden pocket here. Yeah, I think basically this was just a short squeeze on the dollar, because people are rightly very bearish on the dollar right now. This has kind of shaken those out, and maybe the short is the better play again on the US dollar right now. Finally, stock markets. That's not the one I want. Stocks looking pretty neutral. So it does run the risk here with stocks of rolling over. But as we've seen so many times before, when it seems to be rolling over, it always gets like a nice move out of that. So yep. Cool, that'll do for today. As usual, I will see everyone in the chat. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. Have a great weekend. There will probably be a live stream tonight. I do not know yet. Still feeling a bit rough. I wasn't feeling too well yesterday. So we'll see how that goes. But there is the England game on later on, so I'm sure I'll be awake and pretty hyped for the England match later. So yeah, everyone, have a great evening, day, weekend, all of that kind of stuff, and I'll catch you all soon. Cheers, bye.